part of the new problem is Deputy Rob Crawford from the Arizona County Sheriff's Office.
I know you don't really want to, but do it anyway.
Rob is Gizmo, and Gizmo's a 9-year-old German Shepherd, and Enno here is an 8-year-old German Shepherd. They both came from Germany. They were imported to the Landheim Canine Training Center in Indiana. And Rob went back about a year before I did and got Gizmo, spent 6 weeks back there training. And then I went back there when it was time for us to get a dog, and again, spent 6 weeks back there training. He's barking at Rob. Rob's his favorite chew toy. So we'll get, Rob will get his sleeve on here in a minute, and we'll do a little demonstration for you. Rob and Gizmo, like I said, have been partnered together for about 6 years. They have over 60 captures of wanted subjects.
Wow.
They've got 2 bank robbers in their career, which is very notable. And then, probably most importantly, is a little over a year ago, Scott Johnson, who is now the sheriff of Pacific County, but at the time was a Washington State Patrol trooper, was shot in the head by a guy down in Long Beach. Rob and I both responded down there that night. We happened to both be on duty. And Rob and Gizmo tracked from the scene of the shooting several miles to the suspect's house. And it was instrumental in convicting that subject. And he spent 50 years, he got sentenced to 50 years in prison for shooting the trooper in the head. So how about a big hand for Rob and Gizmo?
Okay, well, you can't do that. I just said don't drop on me.
We try to keep the dogs away from each other. They're both big dogs. They're both male dogs, and they consider themselves alpha dogs, which means they want to be in charge. And so a couple times these guys have been in little fights. So we try to keep them apart. You can see them staring at each other and doing that kind of thing. So again, you'll hear us giving our dogs commands. Our dogs are from Germany. They spent, got me a cordless mic. All right, may this one work? All right, so anyway, both the dogs are trained in Germany. They came over, they spent their first couple years of their life in Germany before they were imported to the United States. So all their commands are in German. So when you hear me talking to my dog, it may not make sense to you, but the commands are in German. Some dogs are in English, but if they're imported, most likely they're going to be trained in German. It's a lot easier for me to learn a few German commands than it is to reteach the dog.
Watch. Oh, okay. Stay here.
Enno is a dual-purpose dog, which means not only does he chase down bad guys,
Stay here.
we have over 50 captures to our credit, but he also finds drugs. And so we found 20 pounds of marijuana, pounds of methamphetamine, heroin throughout our career. And as a result of that, he's more than paid for himself from drug seizures, receiving the money and the assets of drug dealers. These dogs are an expensive investment, about $15,000 to start out. Like I said, Enno has more than paid for himself with the money that we've taken away from bad guys.